Hey, Abby, can I borrow your notes after class today and make copies of them and bring them to you in fourth period for Kiki? Because she was out the day we did all the stuff on current and resistance, and I need to make notes for those copies for her, and then I'll bring them to you in fourth period. Who do you have fourth period? Okay, I'll bring them to you after I make copies.
Here, I have a question. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot the significant. Is this a significant digit?
A zero, no.
Okay.
I'm sick of this, Miss Wall.
All right, so
they think I'm in.
sit down.
Miss Wall.
All right, if we look at question one. All right, this was on the quiz yesterday. Some of us got this really wrong. Some of us got part of it right. All right. So, what are the two types of batteries? Some of us could tell me the wet and the dry, but then we couldn't tell me the difference.
One got liquid.
One's got a liquid and one's got a solid. Some of y'all told me sticky gooey crap. All right, it will not stay sticky gooey crap on the test. Not my test, not the state test. You got to tell me solid and liquid.
Right.
All right. Number two, what are the? All right, three. What are the two types of currents?
Direct and
Direct and
not actual.
it's hard, ain't it? It's a duck.
Alternating. So you can either write AC, C, or alternating and direct. How do we tell them apart?
One goes one direction. The other goes all over the
All
place.
right, so direct current always goes one direction, and alternating reverses and goes forward and backwards. All right, which has more resistance, a skinny or a wide wire? Skinny. We did pretty good on that yesterday. All right, number 6, we had a little trouble with 6, and the example was even harder. All right, what is the rule for attractive forces? What is the rule for attractive forces? Opposites do what?
Attract.
Attract. All right, several people told me they repel.
I put attract.
All right.
You know I did.
Yes, a lot of people did, but I had a few tell me repel. But the example part is what we had the harder time with. And I don't know why. All right, some people drew pictures, and I was fine with that. All right, I had a couple people who drew me like a wall, and then they drew some negatives on the wall and drew some pluses. That was cool. I like that. I had a few people who drew like P and E, which was fine. Some people wrote out the word proton and electron. That was fine. I had some people just write P or a plus and a minus. That was fine.
What was number 5?
5 was skinny. But then I had a lot of people leave it blank. I didn't know why we were struggling with examples of attractive forces, but we had a lot of blank answers for that. I don't really know why. Okay? Now, some of the grades were fabulous. We had 97, we had a 94, we had a 92, we had an 85, a 90. There was a lot of great grades.
What was the lowest grade?
40-something, I think. There's a 50-something. There were some that were terrible.
Can I see mine?
I'll hand them back here in just a second. All right, find your notes. We're going to talk circuits today. Take our notes and practice, which will take the vast majority of class.
Quiz?
All right.
Mine don't say that, Smarty.
I don't know what I made. I just get.
I'll hand it back in a second. Now,
Shut up.
if we can't do what we need to do today
I don't mind if I got two.
and master what we need today, we're not doing the 2 labs this week. Are you listening? Because I'm not giving you $75 worth of equipment on Friday for you to mistreat because you don't know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing at all times, girl.
You keep thinking.
So why everybody was asking me when you know? I know.
Why?
Already he's struggling.
When is the next practice? Bro, I'm gonna practice, bro. It's my Friday. Bro, I was hooping in the gym. I didn't know I was like that.
I knew I was gonna get those wrong.
No, right here.
Somebody help you.
But I did too, didn't I? You can't lie. He just, hey, bro, we was about, when am I getting right there, dude? I ain't as good as I used to be, bro. I feel like I'm old. I ain't as good as I used to be. Are you finished?
I knew I was missing something.
Are you finished?
Oh, I didn't know what
What'd
you
you
put
get?
on that one.
What'd you get? Honey?
I said
And I want you to come back tomorrow. Better 55. I got minus 27 on the first page. Dang, I got a 17. Yeah, minus 27 on the front side. That's a great grade.
And we might want to shoot for a little higher on the next one.
However you want to so. And then minus 18 on the back page. Even better.
All right. So, no Vladimir, no Lewis.
You just shoot that out. Well, you sat there, Bob.
Oh, I didn't do that thing for this. You said that just so hard, but that thing, when we class yesterday, I went to sleep.
That paper? I didn't do either. You
Bro, you
did
stay on to
No.
Jessica, don't you?
Oh,
I'm talking about that thing for like that. No, man, he said, listen.
all right, you there?
You know, he had
Getting ready to take notes.
no. I used to do that,
All right, so the notes we're going to take today. Zeph, I need you to be quiet back there. Man.
man.
All right, we're going to talk about circuits. We're going to build circuits on Thursday and Friday. Both of these labs are performance labs, meaning that you will get part of your grade will come from being able to assemble the circuits. Thursday's lab, we're doing Christmas tree wire and batteries. 60 of the overall points come from my signature on the lab. If you don't get my signature, 30 points for the series circuit, 30 points for the parallel circuit, making it work, demonstrating it, then you don't pass the lab. Only 40 points are for the questions. All right, the makey is very similar. You get so many points for demonstrating the steps and making it do certain things. If you don't get those and get it to work, then you don't get the points for the lab. That's the only two labs that we will do all semester that are performance labs, okay? Now, after we do Thursdays, Fridays should be much easier because you'll already know how to build the circuit, so it should make it easier. But Friday's lab is a little harder because the polarity of the lights. Have you taken Mr. Butt's class? I know I've asked this before. Okay, but the lights have to be flipped a certain way because they're LED lights. So if you don't turn the lights a certain way, they won't come on. So some of you will have it all assembled right and it won't work. So you'll have to go through and flip the lights the opposite direction and then the lights will come on. Okay. So what is a circuit? Can anybody tell me what a circuit is?
What you showed us the other day when it's like a light switch.
Okay. So can you give me a definition of that?
A circuit is a switch that you use to flip on and off to get the lights on and off.
Yeah.
That sounds like a kid.
A circuit is the light switch that you use to turn something on and off, to turn on and off.
Okay. First of all, it has to be a closed path in which what has to flow through it? Okay. I'm going to shorten that a little bit. In which electrons flow. Okay. And we could have substituted the word electricity, but I'm just going to write electrons because electricity is made of electrons. And I want to keep stressing that because electricity is made of electrons, whether it be static electricity or whether it be current electricity. It doesn't matter which one we're talking about. It has to be electrons. If electrons don't move, you don't have electricity. Now, the circuit you're going to build tomorrow have 4 parts. What 4 parts must your circuits have tomorrow? What 4 things are you going to have?
Isn't what we wrote down yesterday?
No. What? All right, wire. Everybody's going to have wire. And I'm going to give you a bag back there. You can have as much wire as you want. Your wires on Friday are going to be these alligator clips.
No.
All right, what else are we going to need besides wires?
something to put the wire on.
Okay, what are we going to attach the wires to?
Make
All right, batteries, that'll work. All right, batteries. Or motors. All right, now, for our purposes on Friday, we're going to hook the makey to the computer. So instead of us having a battery, ours is actually going to be the computer. Now, because we're actually going to have it hooked up to the computer. So sometimes, if people want to be really technical, we'll call it a source. All right? Instead of it just being a battery, we might call it a source. Now, I don't have any motors, so we can't use motors. I think there might be one in the building somewhere. Mr. Butts might have some, but typically we use batteries. So I've got some batteries we're going to use. Motors I don't have. And I'm actually going to put here computer under source because we're going to use the computer on Friday. All right, so the makey, if you look, all right, the makey is hooked up to a USB cord, and we're just going to plug it into the computer as our source. Okay? What else are we going to need besides a battery and some wire? How are you going to know you got a circuit working?
the light.
Okay? We'll have a light bulb. That's called a load. All right, we're going to use light bulbs. So on Friday, we'll actually have the makey, which will have lights. We're going to use the alligator clips, and we're actually going to use Play-Doh to do some things with the computer with it. But on Thursday, we're only going to have light bulbs. In your house, you might have a washing machine, you might have a refrigerator. Most of us probably have cell phone cords or some other appliance just hooked up in an outlet. It's a load. It's using electricity. One other thing you have to hook up and have and be able to demonstrate to me tomorrow and Friday. It starts with an S. Zeph. Shh.
No, it sounds like
Starts with an S.
We gotta show you this?
You got to show me it. You got to demonstrate it. You got to.
static
Nope.
Specific,
sarcasm.
I don't know.
No, you might have that too, but I don't have to see it.
What's the second letter?
W.
Switch.
There you go. Got to have a switch. Got to make one in both Thursdays and Fridays lab. And you got to show me how it works. Okay? Everybody's got to build a switch. You got to be able to open it and close it.
Right. That's the thing I was.
That
telling you about
is,
the other day.
it was,
Right. It ain't nobody know what it was called.
including you.
I did know what it was called. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Right. If the other got it right, I'd have gave him $5.
Exactly, I should have answered it then.
All right. Everybody good on that slide? All right. Everybody all right? Moving on. So, you got it, Kiki? You got it?
Yeah,
Did you write it down?
yeah.
Okay. 31. Slide 31. We're almost there. What is a circuit diagram? All right. You guys have to be able to draw circuit diagrams with the correct symbols. A circuit diagram is just a diagram of a circuit with symbols. Now, some of you will do very well with this on the test because you'll learn symbols. Some of y'all will lose 8 to 10 points on the test in the first response because you won't learn the symbols. Okay? This is one of the easiest tests we take all year. It is usually one of the highest scoring. This one and magnets are usually the two that are the highest scoring if people will actually do well in the free response. Now, the problem is students won't generally do what? Know the symbols. Now, if you do a good job in the lab, most people know the symbols. The people who don't know the symbols are the people who do what? Nothing and copy their lab mates' lab papers. All right? Now, a straight line is going to be a wire. Now, a switch can look like this, or it can look like this. So what do you suppose the difference is between those two switches?
Oh, no.
Okay, close. Very close.
Close,
Change.
open.
There you go. All right, so this one is a closed switch. And this one is an open switch. Okay? One is a closed switch and one is an open switch. One is a closed switch and one is an open switch.
It's basically like that thing that you showed.
Hmm?
And it's basically like that, what you call it,
Or what you call it?
that you have up there.
Yes, okay? And it's just, sometimes it'll even, some papers will even put like a little triangle on the end of it, like that. It just sort of depends on the diagram as to which one they use, but it won't be touching. So like this would be what kind of switch? That's closed, and that'll be open. All right, now the light bulbs are the things that can vary a little bit. Sometimes it will be 2 E's in a circle, or sometimes it's 1 E in a circle. Either one is a light bulb. Just sort of depends on who drew it.
Wait a minute.
That's just 2 E's, cursive E's. Now it's just 1 cursive E. Means the same thing, and then I drew a circle around it.
That means light bulb, right?
That means light bulb. All right, those are the ones you have to be able to draw tomorrow. Now, we're also going to use resistance wire both Thursday and Friday. So resistance wire is going to look sort of like an EKG machine. Okay? And that will be resistance. And I have 2 kinds to use. Tomorrow in the Christmas tree lights, I have a silver wire, and then I have some that Mr. Butts gave us to use that looks like this for the Makey Makeys. Okay? All right. Now, the other things that you might see and need to know are going to be letters. All right, where you can measure things in a circuit. Now, we don't have a lot of that kind of equipment here in the department to be able to use, but you could actually measure this. Like a V with a circle is a voltmeter. Now, what would a voltmeter measure? What'd you say, Nadia? Exactly. And an A is an ammeter. What would an ammeter measure? Amps. Now, an M is a motor. Now, again, we don't have a motor. Oh, I forgot the battery. You can do the battery.
Oh, I need some.
Okay? A V, an A, and an M. I got to go back and pick up the battery, though. I forgot that one.
And the M?
Yeah, M is a motor. We don't have any for me to be able to show you a motor.
Wait a minute. I can't see that.
You can't see an M? That's an M in a circle.
What's that? A-N what?
A-M-M-E-T-E-R. Ammeter, which stands for what? What did Nadia say a second ago? It measures what? What unit goes with ammeter?
Amps.
Amp. So it would measure what?
Amps.
Which is what? What went with amps?
Resistance. No. Current.
Current. So a voltmeter would measure what?
Voltage.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You can be. All right. I forgot the battery. All right. That's a battery. I always think it looks like Morse code because it's a long line, short line, long line. Short, long, short, long.
You need long.
I said short, long, short, long. It doesn't matter. Just a combination of short, long, short, long. If you did it backwards, I wouldn't take off.
What if I put like 6 of them?
Yeah, I would probably still give you credit.
Because I might forget.
It's fine as long as it's short, long, short, long.
For the light bulb, and I might just keep going.
Don't get crazy with the E's.
Forget how many it is.
Is that
I might
all right,
put like 8.
Just don't get crazy and put 8. 2 is sufficient.
What about 10?
No.
Yeah, baby.
All right, let me look and see if I forgot anything.
Can I get some water real quick while you look?
Yes.
Ms. Wall,
Do not get loud out there with Dr. Phillips' class or anything.
All right, that wasn't it.
Ms. Wall,
Yes.
yesterday when I was at work, I had went to get something to eat. Like,
Yeah, I got 'em all.
out there,
And
and they had just got the Cajun up, and like it was like so fresh, and I bit into it, and the juice like hit my tongue, and it like burnt my taste buds.
it hurts, doesn't
really
it?
hurt.
It probably still hurts today.
Yeah, it did.
All right, does everybody have what they need? All right, so now, what are the two circuits we're going to build? Number one is called a series circuit. This will be the easiest of the two. This is the one that most of you will build first, and it is the one that you will have the easiest time with, okay? It's called a series circuit. How will you know it's a series circuit? The electrons can only flow in one path. Okay? Can only flow in one path. Okay? Now, if they can only flow in one path, all right, that means the parts are all connected one after the other. Okay? They're connected one after the other, which makes this one, like I said, the easiest of the two to build. Most people start here. The biggest issue that people have here is the batteries get kind of weak. They draw the most current. And so getting that third light bulb to light up sometimes is a pain in the butt. Okay, but I'll even help you with that. Now, when we draw this to have a sample for tomorrow, when we're trying to build these, okay, you're going to have to build with 3 bulbs. You can't build with less, okay? 3 bulbs. You be in groups of 2. All right, and when you and your partner show it to me, you and your partner have to be together, and you both have to be able to show how to take a bulb out and how to open and close the switch. So let's just say that you and your partner walk up, and it's only one of you, and your partner stayed at the back and didn't bring their circuit up. And you can show me how to do it, but your partner didn't come up. Is your partner getting credit for their performance part? No. Okay, you both have to be able to do it. All right, so I can only have how many paths? 1. So it's essentially a circle. So let's say I have my batteries, and then let me draw it more like a square, so it's a little more pronounced. And I got a bulb, and then I got a bulb. I'm gonna move to the second one. I'm sort of fluffy. I take up a lot of space.
Why not one side down?
Because I can't draw them right. All right, and I'll put a switch here. It's closed. All right. A little less ugly. There. All right, so I put 3 bulbs in, and I have 1 switch and 1 battery. Now, when you look at that, let's just say that my electrons flow out here. Can they go any place other than that path I just drew? Can they go anywhere other than that blue line that my finger is following? No, that's the only place I have, right? Now, parallel is going to be different, okay? So when you build a series circuit tomorrow, they have to follow that one line. There will only be literally a circle or a square that those electrons can follow. Okay? Parallel will be completely different. You got it back there, Zeph? Did you write it down?
Yeah.
I can tell.
I did.
Okay.
Don't tell me.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
Now I just gotta write the box.
I'm just telling you, so you got a picture of it tomorrow. Because remember, I'm picking your partners the next 2 days.
Wow.
Calls. All right. We got what we need. All right. So how is parallel different? What do you think is going to change in the definition for parallel? What's going to make it different? Okay. Does it only have to be 2? No. All right. So in a series circuit, we can only have 1. So in parallel, the electrons can travel or flow through, I guess nobody's going to help me, 2 or more
Oh, you wanted us to fill in the blank?
paths. Well, I was hoping somebody would jump in and take over, but clearly that wasn't going to happen. Okay, so electrons can travel or flow through 2 or more paths. Okay, so here we're going to have at least 2 branches. Okay. All right. So, how is this one going to look different? All right, let's say that I start with a battery. All right. But this time I need branches, right? So this time when I build my lights tomorrow, Denise, get off the phones. Look at the way that I drew my light bulbs in.
Oh, so basically, yeah, like.
Okay? See how I didn't put them out here on the outside? Look at where I put them. So here, when I draw my electrons coming out, my electrons can go down that way, or they could keep going, and then they could go this way, or they could say no, and they could go this way. So they could go down path 1, or they could go down path 2, or they could go down path 3. They have 3 options this time. They don't have to go down one path. So, how is it going to make this different tomorrow when you're building the circuits? How are the lights going to work different? Are the lights all going to be the same tomorrow when you build these? No. All right. Which lights are going to be bright? The parallel or the series? The parallel are going to be very bright. Okay. The series are going to be really, really dim. Okay. Because all those electrons have to flow through those other lights, and they just can't get through there. Okay. These are going to be really, really bright. Now, the other thing I would ask you is what happens, bang it off your phone too, is what happens if we take a light bulb out?
Then it's still keep working.
All right, so in this one, in this parallel one, let's say I take out bulb 1. And you're going to have to do this tomorrow, okay? You and your partner, when you come up, you're going to have to do it. All right, you take out bulb 1. All right, what happens to bulb 2 and 3? What happens to bulb 2 and bulb 3? Do they still work?
Yeah.
Yes, they do, okay? because these electrons can go down bulb 2 and 3's path and they'll still work when that bulb burns out. But what happens over here? If I take out bulb 1, what happens to bulb 2 and bulb 3? They all go out because this opens the what? It opens the circuit. It becomes an open switch. Have you guys ever bought really cheap? Yes. Have y'all ever bought really cheap Christmas tree lights and a bulb's burned out? What happens to the strand of lights? They stop working. If you buy them really cheap Christmas tree lights, one goes out, the whole strand goes out, and you're like, dang. And then you can either look for the light and try to figure out which one's burned out. But if you spend maybe $1 or $2 more, you can get the kind of lights that are in parallel. And if one light burns out, what happens to the rest of the light? It still works. And you don't have to hunt for that one burned out light. Okay? So most Christmas tree lights now are in parallel because people got really, really tired of those cheap lights that were in series. So, are your houses wired in series or are they wired in parallel? They're wired in parallel because the last thing I did at my house today was what? Before I walked out the door? Turn the light out. So if they were wired in series and I turned the light out and they were wired this way, what happened to my refrigerator? It went out. And what's happening to my ice cream right now? It's melting. But if I wire my house in parallel and I turn my light out, my ice cream is what? It's still frozen when I get home tonight. And my hot water heater is still on. So when I turn on the sink to work on dinner tonight, I've still got what? I still got hot water. Okay? But if I'm in series, I've got no ice cream and I got what kind of water when I get home? Cold water. That's the problem. Now, some of you may have a wall maybe that's wired in parallel, or sorry, series. Do you have any walls where you've got a switch where you can plug in a lamp and it's wired to the switch where you can turn it on and off and the light will turn on and off based on the switch? Anybody have one of those walls? Used to? Okay, my mom does. The electrician wired it in series, and so everything on that wall is hooked to a light switch. And my daughter, for the longest time, could not remember that. And every time we go to my mom's house, she plugged in her cell phone on that wall. And every morning she'd get up. She's like, why is my cell phone not charged? Because every night my mother did what when she went to bed? Turned off that wall switch. And every morning she'd get up and her cell phone was what? Dead. Because it never charged. All right. So some electricians would wire stuff that way. But most walls are not wired in series. All right. Let us practice for just a minute, and then we need to do 4 safety features, and we'll be done and ready to talk about loud. You wake up, you don't practice, you don't get to participate tomorrow. One for y'all, one for Tasha, one for you, one for Juan. Zeph, Saphir, did you hear me? All right, we're doing the front side of this one. You don't practice, you don't participate tomorrow. All right, 1 through 14 is what we want to answer right now. Kiki. You awake? Find your paper that looks like this. This is what we're working on right now. Go sleep at 4. Go sleep at 12:30.
I'm going to sleep. And
You're getting out of school early. Stop complaining. Come on. See, she's going to take you at 12:30.
That's not
I have to stay for a staff meeting and staff development this afternoon. You get to go home.
I can't. I gotta go look for a car.
I am so sorry.
You want everybody to know you gonna go look for a car.
You want everybody to give you a ride, so someone go look for your own car. What are you talking about?
Now, find me some answers on the paper. Now, come on. Find me some answers so we can laugh. All right. I need to find a bag real quick. Find me some answers. It's going to take us long, and then we're going to finish up the notes, so we're ready to go with lab. Oh, come on in. Wasn't expecting you to be standing there.
Oh, my God. You talking about that?
That's it.
That's why we get the harder day.
I'm glad you are. That's fabulous.
So let me see you on the highway. Ms. Ball, that's when we get our car back.
When?
Next week.
Oh, good.
I don't have one.
You don't have that one?
A long time.
You don't have one that has the pictures, looks like this? All right, I'll add it to your stack. I don't know why. Do you have all the notes, or do I need to go back to any of the slides, or did you get everything?
I got everything.
You got everything? All right, so I need to send you Abby's notes, because she's already gonna leave them with me to make copies of them. And then I need to send you the equipment for the lab tomorrow, and then the lab sheet that we did yesterday, right? Because I've already pulled that out. Did you do any of the stuff I left you this morning? Okay, so you've worked on that. Okay, what about any of the other stuff? Okay, all right. So any of that stuff that you finish, you give to Mr. Shooping and send to me. Today's Wednesday. I'll try to get back down there maybe Friday. All right, don't cut it off though, because I've got one more slide to do with notes after we go over this. Okay? Because we've got about 20 minutes of class left. All right, who still got a question? How many more you got to go? Huh? Yeah. Come on, dude. Have fun. Answer some questions. What's wrong with you? Huh? See how this has a space between it? That's open.
This motor.
And that is closed.
Yeah, it's motor.
What's wrong with you? Just do a good job.
That's speed though.
You got a question?
That's it, bro.
You got a question? Okay. Yes, sir.
Oh, bro. What are you doing? Yeah, but.
Yeah, so in this one it says, what devices are providing electrical energy in figure one? So this is figure one, so, yeah, so it's a well. Okay, yep. Yeah, one. Yes. That'd be a motor.
Yeah.
That would be, this one, what device, showing it Z in figure one. So B in figure one would be what?
It's like you're saying AO. AO, mom. It's like you're saying that. You tell you Miss Ball.
You like how those things work.
LMFAO.
Here's the symbol.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
I thought you meant like, when I said LMFAO. I was like,
Hey yo.
the AO, yeah, but I thought you meant like.
On which ones?
Hey
How
yo.
it's closed. See how it's touching it out? Look at B. See the difference? B is what?
Okay, so.
Yes. So B, see how it's not touching? That's open. Now look at F. That's what.
Hey, do we have to respond to?
So, if you want to go ahead, you can, but I wasn't gonna do that right now. You need to know it for the test, but I'm only interested in 1 through 14 right now. How was your work set too hard now? Okay, work too hard. I'm sorry. Number 7 says what is shown at C.
Nothing. It's easy. It's wired.
So it's what?
Oh,
Yes.
I forgot about that one.
Ribbons is not my strong suit. Excuse me. I take it. That's past what I know. Y'all good? That's past what I know. So what? So what now? Possibly, but I don't know. Alright. Are you okay with going over the answers? Where are we at?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Alright.
Not yet, baby. We love, baby. Let me dump it for you.
We had the ACT and students were in here on the class, and more like 3 times, I think.
I don't know.
And we're so, how many paths are shown in figure 2? Figure 2, because it's just, what, there's how many paths? 20.
What? Oh,
Paths.
that's not, that's what the diagram is, right?
How many? Yep. Alright, question 1.
Hey, number 2 is open, right?
Where you at?
No. Number 2, we said what circle is shown.
Yeah, number, is you showing in figure 1 what type of circuit? Oh. Huh? Oh. Parallel circuit.
Oh, so I was right.
Parallel.
Yeah.
Alright, so number 1, what are the diagrams called? Anybody?
Parallel.
Circuit diagram.
Oh, okay.
Okay, number 2, what kind of circuit is shown in figure 1, Denise? Parallel. Number 3, what kind of circuit is shown in figure 2, Zeph?
Series.
Alright. Number 4, what devices are providing electrical energy in figure 1, Tasia? Battery is correct. What device is shown at B in figure 1, Abby? An open switch is correct.
Switch, man.
Can current flow through the device at B in figure 1, baby?
No.
No, because it is open. And number 7, what is shown at C in figure 1, Saphir?
Why?
A wire. And number 8, what does the symbol labeled D in figure 1 represent?
Where's D? Resistance.
It is resistance. Number 9, what is shown at E in figure 2, Beatrice? It is a motor. And number 10, what is shown at F in figure 2, Serenity? Closed what? Closed, starts with an S. Closed switch. Okay, say closed switch. Number 11, can current travel through the device at F in figure 2, James? Yes, because it's closed. What is shown at G in figure 2, Nadia? What? The light bulb is correct. How many paths can the electron follow in figure 2? I think I've got everybody except Gasia. Gasia? Huh? Abby. 1 is correct.
Yes, I had it.
All right, and if the device at G in figure 2 stops working, what effect will it have on the device at H and Y? Anybody?
It
None.
stopped.
It'll stop working, and why?
It's a series.
That's right, which means there's only how many paths?
One.
There's only 1 path, and it's considered an open switch. Now, I didn't ask you to do the backside, but if we run through the backside real quick, because this is pretty easy.
We ain't running through nothing.
Yeah, we can. All right. If we look at the back real quick, a circuit with only 1 path would be what type?
Series.
See? A circuit that has more than 1 path would be what type? Parallel. In a circuit diagram, what's that symbol supposed to mean?
Wire.
You can put a wire, that will be fine. Number 4 would be what?
Open.
Open switch. So just say open. All right, 5 would be a what?
Light bulb.
What's the other name for potential difference?
You gotta tell
Starts
us.
with a V.
Voltage.
Voltage. All right, what's that horseshoe-looking symbol stand for?
Okay.
Ohm. Ohm is correct.
On.
Ohm, O-H-M. A flashlight battery is an example of a what?
Series.
Circuit.
Dry cell.
Dry
Dry cell.
Cell?
Dry cell.
Okay.
I say a Duracell.
All right, 9. Potential difference can be measured with a what?
Measure stick.
What is it again?
Electron storage.
Starts with a V.
Voltage.
Voltage, so what do we say can be measured with then? We did the symbols.
Voltmeter?
Voltmeter. A tendency to oppose the flow of electrons is called what? What's an R?
Repel. Resistance.
Resistance. And number 11, units used to measure the rate of electron flow.
Nebula.
Starts with an A.
Enemy.
Amps.
What did you say, Bill?
I thought you said that either.
Let's finish this last slide, and then we're ready for the labs tomorrow. Because we will spend virtually all day tomorrow doing a lab. We will not take notes at all tomorrow.
And from.
All right, and pretty much Friday.
So we're not doing that lab there?
I don't think we'll get to it. We only have like 11 minutes left, and I need to talk about 4 safety features. All right, number 1, a 3-pronged cord. All right, many of you, I told her not to get off. All right, a 3-pronged cord or outlet. All right, the round, let me change colors here.
Is it the bottom on the ground?
That's what I'm getting ready to write. The round piece is a ground. All right, which is the safety piece. Okay? Now, anytime you have a 3-pronged cord, it has a ground on it, and that ground is the safety feature. It literally runs the extra current that runs through the cord into the ground. It's wired so that it will carry the extra electricity into the earth or the ground, which is hence the name of the ground. Now, several years ago, I had an overhead projector. Many of you are probably have not seen an overhead projector since you're a wee tiny students in school, because we've had smart boards for years at this point. But years ago, my ground broke off. Could I still use my overhead projector in school? Sure could. All right, but if too much electricity flowed, what happens? It could cause a fire hazard. So, as the fire marshal tends to do, they come through, they inspect the building. He saw my overhead projector. He saw my 3rd prong was missing. He pulled out his snips and he did what? He cut it off. Cut my entire cord in half. He told me to have it rewired with a safety feature on it. Okay? So, you can use it without the 3rd prong, but the safety feature is missing. So, that's why it exists. The other thing we have are circuit breakers. Most of you are familiar with the idea that these just flip to the off position when too much electricity. So, when you have too much electricity, all you have to do is go to the gray panel box, find which one of them flipped, and you do what? You flip it back to the on position. Now, usually you have to go find whatever was too much electricity and turn it off, or it just flips the circuit breaker again. Now, hopefully your house was wired in such a way that there's not too much stuff on one circuit breaker. Now, I've told you about my mom's house. It's a flipping disaster. I don't know what electrician they used, but you can't run the air conditioning, the iron, the hair dryer, or the microwave. Any combination of that at the same time. You can only have one of any of those 4 things going at one time. So if we want to use the microwave, we've got to turn the air conditioning off. If you want to use the hair dryer, you got to make sure the air conditioning's not running. Or the iron. None of those 4 things can be on at the same time. All right? Well, let's start the break.
You gotta make sure the washer not.
No, we can work the shower. Okay, but the circuit breaker trips, so we got to go turn it off. Now, some circuit breakers, old ones, had a fuse box. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that one. Typically, you see fuses in cars and less often in houses, but some houses have fuse boxes. Okay, fuses melt when too much current. Okay, when there's too much electricity, they melt. Okay, so these you have to replace. So if you have maybe a stereo system in your car and you said, nah, I want new speakers, I want more powerful ones. You changed out your speakers and you put in more powerful ones, going down the road and kapam, blew out the fuse, melted it. And you want to listen to your speakers, you got to go by the auto parts store, get a new fuse. Okay, they turn black. It's real easy to tell you melted one. Now, same concept. If your circuit breaker box has fuses, they're usually round. They screw in, unscrew them, screw in a new one. All right, but if there's too much, you got to do that. The last one is one that you have that's probably been in the last 20 years. They've really popped up all over the place. This we did not have in the science building until probably the last 5 years. And in my room, we just got brand new ones 2 years ago with a remodel. These are called ground fault circuit interrupters, for short, GFCIs. All right. These are the ones that say test, reset. Okay. These cut the power to the outlet off when too much electricity. Now, you see these all the time if you see a test and a reset button. So like on your hair dryers. All right? Yes, bathrooms, any place there's water. So if you look at any of the counters in my room, all of the outlets y'all use to charge your cell phones, they have green lights on because they all have test and reset buttons. Okay? They are ground fault circuit interrupters. When I started teaching here, nothing in here was ground fault circuit interrupted. If we got water in an outlet and shorted it out, and flame shot out of the outlet. Okay? But if you buy a hair dryer or any other kind of appliance that has a big box on the end of it that says test and reset, it's a ground fault circuit interrupter. If you go into a new apartment or a new house, all kitchen, bathroom, outlets have to be ground fault circuit interrupters now. That's just code. You cannot have less. All right? Anything that's outside, you have an outlet on the outside of your house, same concept. Now, if too much current flows, it just pops, and you have to go back and hit reset so that it doesn't cause a fire. Now, do all outlets have to be ground fault? No. If you're in the middle of the living room, does it have to be ground fault?
Yeah, because if you spill something drinking and get in there, it's going to blow up.
Well, it could, but generally speaking, is your living room going to have a lot of water?
Nah.
No, so those code does not require it in like the living room. Bathroom and kitchens required. Garage is required. Outside requires. Bedrooms and living rooms so much don't. Now, tomorrow when you get here, we'll do a short opening. We'll walk through the steps of the lab. I'll assign some lab partners.
Yeah.
And then we will figure out how to do the lab. The steps, you have to figure out. I'm not telling you how to build circuits. You have to figure out how to build circuits. Okay? It's not a real good day to be out the next 2 days either. Oh, Kiki's back. You get your notes? Do you need me to leave them up? You got them? Do you need me to leave them up? Must be lunchtime.
What'd you say?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Abby, can I borrow your notes? And I'll bring them to you. Can you hear me, Kiki? Did you get those notes? You want me to leave them up on the board for you for a few minutes?
So was it the current?
Yeah.
Honestly, I have no idea. So I am just going to take your electricity notes and probably photocopy most of them. And then I'm going to bring them to you.
Okay, there's current and then there's circuit.
Okay.
And might have to flip somewhere through
I'll
there.
flip through it and bring them to you, Mr. Jessup. Sure. Oh, good.
They call me handshake.
Yeah, because this is not many pages. Good.
Oh.
Zeph, sit down.
Oh, it hurt. Oh, no.
Zeph,
Down here, right?
Stop.
I'm trying to take her to the city.
No.
She asked me to.
You sit down. She can put the chair up where it belongs. Hello, Tamia.
I'm glad she.
Oh, do I put those in a mailbox?
Ms. Wall,
Yes, sir.
may I have Sophia Craven to the main office?
Does he need an escort since he's on the ban list?
I ain't on no band list.
He's on the ban list.
I ain't on no band list.
I just asking since he was wasn't supposed to be in the hallway unescorted
I'm
during
not
class
on the
time.
band list. I go to the bathroom every day in fourth
Yes,
period.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sending him.
Ms. Wall, I'm not on the band list, okay?
I will ask for clarification,
No,
Sophia.
don't ask, because then she gonna put me on there.
You were already on there.
No, I'm not. Email Jessica right now.
I'm not emailing Mr.
I go
Jessup.
to the bathroom with Jessica every day.
I can't fix it, Mr. Jessup. Let you go. You're
Okay,
on the
I'm
list.
here.
You and Kiki were on the list.
I ain't no more.
Are you recording?
Yeah, well,
That's what
Kiki's
my
getting her
name
notes. So do I put that thing in the mailbox in the,
It can, yeah.
Okay.
Or you can hand it to Miss Beverly.
oh, Ms. Beverly can have it too? Okay.
I can't
Do
see
you
over
want
your-
me to give you these notes or do you want me to photocopy Abby's?
photocopy?
Tamia Lanier, please come to the main office. Tamia Lanier and Elijah Wall to the main office.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said copy Abby. Cause I can't see
I
over
cannot
big
hear
head.
you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Shooting now.
Get Abby's. Okay, I'm getting Abby's and I'm turning this off.